Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another video. I just ate something really spicy, so my throat is like a little scratchy. If you would like to book with me, don't forget that the booking details are down below in the description bar. Basically, you can book with me at www.sunflowernae.com, and the two options are shorter readings or longer readings, and you can choose how you'd like to receive the reading, through either a recording or through a live call or a text or chat. And just let me know when you're doing the booking. So today's reading is going to be a really quick pick a card reading. I haven't done these in a long time, so I'm gonna just keep it really simple, really straight to the point, and whatever message comes out comes out. As you can see from the thumbnail, there are going to be 3 cards from the the Herbal Tea Magic deck, which is linked down below in the description bar if you're interested in getting this oracle deck. The first card is Raspberry, which is faith, jubilation, or commitment. And because these are tea herbal deck cards, if you feel guided to use them in your own herbal practice today or this week, like in your own teas, definitely do so. You may be guided to these by something that you like or intuitively, or maybe something that you've been exposed to lately and it just comes up again. So or even the words on the card. So choose as you are guided to. So like I said, the first card is Raspberry, faith, jubilation, and commitment. And they will be linked down below in the comments as well as in the description. The second card is Licorice Roots, attraction, empowerment, control. Once again, go as you are guided based on either the words on the card or the plant itself. And I will have an image of the cards once again afterwards. And then we have Black Tea, grounding, strength, and expelling negative energy. Black Tea. So once again, the cards are Raspberry, Licorice Root for deck 2, and Black Tea for deck number 3. And let's get started. Raspberry, faith, jubilation, commitment. Right, the first card we have is the 3 of Wands. So maybe some of you are in a place where you need faith to take that first step. You're kind of afraid of moving forward or setting a new path for yourself, or committing to a new path, right? And then we have the Strength card that came out as well. So once again, this idea of trusting in yourself, having faith in yourself, trusting that your guides and your angels are leading you and directing you as needed. Also just having the courage of knowing that no matter what happens, you are in security and safety with your angels and the divine. All right, and we have this 9 of Swords. So maybe this decision or this choice has been keeping you up at night. For some of you, this might actually be something, and I'm gonna put this down. This might actually be a choice that is very decisive or derisive for you. Like there's a lot of energy behind either yes or no, or maybe there's a lot weighing on either side. Maybe there are children involved, or you know, it's kind of just a headache overall. And so there's this level of like making the choice that feels the best. If this is some form of movement for you, of either leaving somewhere or making a choice to leave someone or something behind, the Chariot did just come out, so that is hopefully confirmation for you. And my finger did also bring out the Sun. So yeah, having a level of faith, having a level of excitement, knowing that this new path is meant to bring you into a higher level and a better place. If it is as simple as, not as simple as, but if it is about leaving someone behind, maybe ending a relationship or committing to something that you know is a little bit intense, just trusting and knowing that you will see it through. So something that just came through is accepting a job position, or even applying for a position that is too high for you, or too like you're not qualified. And what Spirit is saying, that you are more than qualified. Even if you may not know the particular skills, your very spirit, your courage, your sense of self is exactly what is needed for this business or this position, and what they need is exactly what you have and what you are, and you will grow into it. So don't have fear for that if that is what is holding you back. And once again, to kind of counter everything that we said, we have death and rebirth. So accepting this new change and accepting that it is the right path forward, right? So we did have the 8 of Swords that came out as well, and just realizing that the war within your mind is more so kind of like ego against spirit. So recognize if the voices that are warning you against this, whether they are truly voices of intuition, or if it's a voice of fear, if it's a part of you that's trying to protect yourself from maybe ridicule or shame, or kind of embarrassment, recognizing that that is not your story, right? So the worst thing that can happen if you try this is being told no. But even just taking that first step, and that's where that strength card comes in, taking that first step is what is so crucial and necessary. So maybe Spirit, even in this entire situation, Spirit might just be asking you to take that step of applying for this job, or starting this business, or starting this YouTube channel, or creating this thing. And even if it does not work out, the very fact that you make that step is exactly what Spirit needs, because it's almost like it's building something within you, building a new level of confidence within you, courage within you, that will motivate you and bring you to the next step in life that you need, right? So sometimes we hold so much weight in the thing itself, but then Spirit is really just saying, I just want you to take that first step, and then I will provide the resources and the maybe level of consciousness that you need to recognize how this is playing a role for you. For some of you, this might be something that literally taking that step or doing that thing is quite literally going against your entire paradigm and going against your entire story from before this, right? So maybe this was something you would never have done before, but Spirit is calling you to do it now so that you can begin to shift. Maybe you have already begun to shift, and Spirit is saying that this is a necessary step to kind of complete that transition into that new level and that new perspective. So don't hold too much weight to the outcome, but definitely do make that choice that you need to make in order to move on, okay? Right? Having faith. I think even above all, in the midst of all this, with the courage and the sun and everything coming out, it's about having faith in yourself, having faith in Spirit, and shifting your entire again, shifting your story, shifting your paradigm, shifting your mindset. That is a necessary thing here. Maybe it is that you take this step and you may be denied, or something may not work out, but the next time that something comes along that is more suited for you, you don't hesitate as easily, or you don't hesitate at all, because you know that you've done this before, right? So it's about shifting your mindset and shifting you into a place where you are more confident and feel more able to make the choices that you need to. Spirit is trying to grow your confidence and grow your faith. Precisely. All right, so that is all for this reading for today. If you'd like to book with me, once again, the information is down below, or you can find me at www.sunflowerrenee.com, and we can continue this reading in a more personal setting for yourself, if you are dealing with a more specific situation. So let's move on to pile number 2. Licorice root. So welcome to pile 2. we have licorice root, attraction, empowerment, and control. So let's see what comes out for you guys right now. So I already feel like this might be very similar to pile number 1. So if you did feel drawn to pile number 1 as well, you may want to go listen to that. With this sense of empowerment, it has a lot of Leo energy and the sense of like coming into a place of having more confidence in yourself, trusting yourself and your decision-making skills more, trusting your intuition, trusting your higher self. All right, so we have the Ace of Pentacles that came out for you guys. So it's possible that you are about to take on a new venture or a new job, maybe starting a business, and you might be afraid of whether this is going to succeed or not. And this Ace of Pentacles is telling you to take that first step and plant that seed that you need to in order to make this grow. So some of you might be hesitating a little bit to do this thing because it might be a little scary, or there might be a lot of risk associated with it, but your angels and your guides are telling you right now to take that step and to plant that seed. All right, so again, just like pile number 1, we have the Strength card that came out as well. So this sense of empowerment, the sense of having faith in yourself, having confidence in yourself, especially with the Leo full moon energy that's like in this reading right now, it definitely feels like there's a sense of fear that a lot of people are dealing with in this time, and your angels and your guides want you to get out of your mind, get out of that, you know, level of just resistance, right? Again, Knight of Swords that popped over. So this energy of like, you may feel like a lot is weighing in on this, or a lot is weighing on this. Maybe for someone it might be that you have gone, you're in a place of unemployment and you've gone to job after job after job and you're just not hearing back, or you're just not getting the answers that you need. You might be someone who's been dealt a lot with a lot of like rejection in the past. You've been dealing with a lot of people telling you no, and Spirit has been saying that no is not a final no, or maybe it is an indication that you're not going in the right path, right? Those denials or those rejections are literally like Spirit telling you this is not the path that I have for you. Those denials are not rejections or indications of your character, but they are indications from Spirit that that is not the path that you should be going down. For others of you, it might be that you're about to give up, or you're getting ready to give up, and Spirit really just wants you to keep going and keep trying. Once again, if you would like to book with me for a more personal reading, you can do so down below, or visit www.sunflowerrenee.com for more personalized readings if you have specific questions. But it's like someone who's in just such despair, and that kind of contrasting of the Strength card and the Nine of Swords is like someone who's just so much in their head that like nothing is working out. It's like you're at your wit's end, and in the midst of this, Spirit is telling you to just stay strong and try, like keep going. And you're like, how can I keep going when I've seen and faced all this backlash, all this rejection, all this you know, I heard tete-a-tetes, like there's so much conflict coming up for you, and you're just like, I don't think I can do this anymore, right? But the Page of Swords is coming up, which tells me, and with the Ace of Pentacles that came out and the Page of Swords, it's telling me that you have an idea in your mind that you haven't cultivated and taken advantage of. So you might have a thought process in your mind of an invention or a business, or you know, you have an idea, and instead of taking that idea and doing something with it, you keep going in the opposite direction, and Spirit is telling you to stop doing that because you're supposed to be going this way. No matter how hard, how impossible, how, you know, odd it might seem. Maybe no one else in your family has done this. Maybe you're the first person in your friend group to do this. Maybe, you know, it's something as like almost mind-blowing as, instead of going to college, I want you to start your own to create your own course, right? And it's just this weird energy of like, why would this be the thing that I'm supposed to do? And that kind of division is what's keeping you up at night. It's like this level of like it's just conflict of what you almost know you're supposed to do by your intuition, but also the 3D reality around you is very much against that. For someone here, it might be something that involves your family, where your family might be trying to bring you into one direction, into one relationship, I heard, a marriage, and you want to go into something else. Or maybe they might want you to study something and you know your heart is not in it and you need to go study something else, and Spirit is telling you to hold fast to yourself and hold fast to what you desire and what you know you need to do and to accomplish, and hold fast to your dreams, because in the end, it is your story and your life. You cannot live your life living for others. You have to live for yourself, and you can't allow yourself to be so driven and directed by other people that by the time you come to the end of your life, you realize you've done nothing for yourself. You haven't even been on your correct path, and you do not want that. Spirit doesn't want you to be in that space of regret and that space of fear, right? This Two of Wands that comes out, right? You are stalling. There's this level of friction of like, you're supposed to be moving forward. You're supposed to be making that step, and instead you are staying back because you're hesitating, right? The King of Wands in reverse. Once again, instead of taking action and instead of taking the lead over your life and over your decisions and over your choices, you are allowing other people to have control and have a say when they shouldn't be. For some of you, there are some people that you need to cut out of your life because their energy is influencing you too much. It's like you might be surrounded by people that they want a certain thing, but that does not align with what you want. And for some of you, you have to realize that a season is coming to an end for you, and this is the time where you have to make that decision to move forward and go in a different direction for yourself and for your purpose. There's a bee outside my window. They are always attracted to me, which I know is like a good thing, but it still always like scares me a little bit. So that might be a message for someone as well, like something that is irresistible for you. Like you keep trying to run away from it, but it's literally right there, and it's not gonna leave you alone until you face it, you know? Let's see if anything comes out. The Queen of Pentacles, right? Again, so it's like Spirit is like, this is where I want you to be. I want you to be the master of your own fate. I want you to be the master of your abundance and your wealth. I want you to have a say over what, you know, where you're getting your money from. I want you to be able to sit in peace, knowing that the path that you are on is exactly where you need to be, right? And I want what's best for you, and you need to want what's best for you as well. That is the message. And I love that Queen of Pentacles. She is sitting in absolute peace and glory, right? She is like completely at ease with herself. She knows she's that ish, right? She knows she's got it going on, and she is absolutely ready to see the fruits of her labor fully and utterly accomplished before her, right? So that is the message for pile number 2 for the licorice roots. And I thank you once again so much for joining me. And once again, if you'd like to book with me, the details are down below in the description bar. Or you can visit sunflowerrenee.com. Alrighty. Let me just shuffle cards. And let's get ready for pile number 3. All right, so pile number 3, we have black tea, grounding, strength, and expelling negativity. Grounding, ooh, a lot of cards just popped out, but let's just go with the ones that came out first. Strength and expelling negativity. So I definitely already see this similar train between all the cards. So if you feel guided to watch the other decks, definitely do so. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. This energy of like knowing exactly what you want and making that choice, making that decision to do or to pursue a specific thing, making a choice out of many. It's this level of like having clarity, right? So instead of being in kind of disarray of like, oh my god, there's all these different things, you know what you want. And to clarify that, we have the Ace of Swords that came out, right? This clarity of thought, this awareness of exactly what you desire. Your mind and your heart are set on one thing. But then we have the Knight of Swords, and it's like he's running away. So it's like, even though you know exactly what you want or exactly what you want to do, you're still running away from it. And the Knight of Swords is actually supposed to be one of the faster energies, right? So it's like, instead of going towards this thing quickly, you're moving slowly. You're moving in a way that's not like it's not matching up. There's some dissonance here. Like, you know what you want, you know what you have to do, but you're not doing it quickly enough. You're hesitating. You're lollygaggling. You know what I mean? Like you're like going really slowly. And then we have the Page of Cups. So this indicates to me that it's like you don't really believe that this is, even though you know that this is something that you need to do or you want to do, you're like, you almost don't believe that it's going to work, or you don't believe that you're capable of doing it. You don't believe that not that you don't believe it's right, but it's like there's a level of, I heard trauma, but there's a level of resistance there where it's like heart and mind are not aligned. So there may be a part of you that doesn't believe you're good enough to do this, or you don't trust yourself fully to make this big step or to make this big choice. All right, let me do this one more time. Let's see what else comes out. We have the Queen of Cups that came out in reverse. So again, it's like your heart is not in it. You know your mind is in it, but your heart is not in it. Your emotions are not in it. You're in turmoil because of it. You're like overwhelmed by your emotions rather than wanting to nurture this or actually nurturing this. You have resistance where you're not doing what you need to do to make this thing a reality. All right, so why is that? Why is that? The Nine of Wands. That last stand energy, that defensiveness energy, which makes me feel like, okay, with the heart energy, this might be connected to like family or friends. So you are trying to stand your ground because your mind is clear. You are fully aware of whatever this is. You are clear on it. You know that this is what you want to do. It is like there's no doubt in your mind, but your heart, your emotions are in turmoil because it's connected to someone or something that you really love. So this might be something like you being told by your guides and your angels to walk away from something, but it's like your mind, and your mind knows this, but your heart is still holding on. This might be like an ex relationship as well, like a ex romantic relationship, and you know you need to walk away, but your heart is still entangled with that person. And so we have this Nine of Wands energy of like, you're just trying to hold on, you're trying to keep your boundaries, you're trying to, you know, stay strong, but it's like it's not quite as strong as it should be because there's that conflict, there's that turmoil. And again, to confirm, we have the Seven of Wands, that opposition. And it's like, and you need to be so strong and so secure within yourself. And notice how our hands are above our heart chakra. So Spirit is telling you to get your heart in check, get your heart back into balance, so that you can make this choice and this decision or this move with all clarity and all like awareness that you need to, because you cannot live in this back and forth kind of motion. It feels like you're almost going back and forth with this person or this situation. If it's like a job or career, you know that you want to leave, but like you're afraid in your heart, so you stay. But it's like there's just always this turmoil, and it's like there's this battle against your peace and your sense of inner peace. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. This sense of home, this root chakra energy is imbalanced because of this, and you don't feel quite safe. You don't feel for someone, this might be leaving a current relationship that you're in that's causing you pain. But again, because of that heart issue, you need to get to a space where you can be honest with yourself about the situation, whatever it may be, and be clear that if this thing is hurting you, this is something that you have to leave behind, even if it's for a time. Six of Pentacles, this could also be affecting you financially. Instead of being able to receive and give, your finances are in turmoil as well because of this. So if this is like a negative relationship where this person maybe has control over your money or power over your money, it's like you are in this, you're kind of stuck, because it's like even though you want to leave, there's still so much that is out of your control. But it's almost like you have to give Spirit control over this, or find the aid and the help that you need to get back your power. But you are not meant to stay in this situation where you're in such turmoil. For some of you, it might be a friendship where you might be contributing a lot more than the other person, and in the end it's hurting you. Even with all the like upside down cups energies, it's like you're pouring out so much of yourself, but you aren't receiving much or anything in return, and that is draining you. That is really like suffocating you. That is drying you out, and Spirit needs you to get out of that situation. And you know this, again, with that clarity of thought, that clarity of like the Ace of Swords, that clarity, you know that you need to leave, but you still stay. And that is where the pain is coming from. Yeah. So we have the Three of Swords for confirmation. That is a painful situation. If you would like to book with me and get a more personal reading, personalized reading, where you can ask specific questions, definitely visit sunflowerrenee.com and book a reading with me. You can do a shorter reading or a longer reading. But this feels like something where it's almost like you just need confirmation, and if this isn't confirmation enough, then again, book with me. But yeah, there's turmoil here that needs healing, and I don't know the specific situation because it is a collective message, but it's this awareness that your mind knows exactly what you need to do, and your heart might be more involved in the situation than it should be, but it is necessary that you step out of that and make the decision to walk away, or make the decision to leave something behind, or even make the decision to take the steps to bring something into like a court case or something. Like, making that step to change things is exactly what you need to do, and that is also where the turmoil lies, where you need to make a decision, and instead of making that decision, you are too focused on your hearts, where you need to take that first step, right? With the Page of Pentacles, you need to make a new choice or a new decision so that you can come out of this successfully. So that is your reading for the third deck for black tea. Thank you so much for watching, and again, if you are guided to watch any of the other decks, please do so. I thank you guys for joining me today, and I will see you in the next reading.